This is 10.3, Shapes of Distributions. Dot plots and histograms can be used to identify the shapes of distributions. We have a few different types. They can be skewed left, so that means that there's a tail, that would be this side. It goes a little bit longer and shorter, extends to the left, and most of the data would be on the right side. Then we have symmetric, and that is where the left side is a mirror of the right side. And we have skewed right. That is where the tail extends to the right and most of the data is on the left. So we're going to look at a couple different distributions and describe it. So here we have this dot plot, and we can see that most of the data is on the left and the tail points to the right, so that one matches the skewed right. You can draw a little line over it to help see the shape of it. And we have a histogram, and to me it looks like they're pretty even. For symmetric, they don't have to be perfectly symmetric, but just pretty close. So the left side is approximately a mirror of the right. We say the distribution is symmetric. Now this frequency table shows the ages of people watching a comedy in a theater. Display the data in a histogram, then describe the shape of the distribution. So I have this frequency table, and I have a histogram of it. Now if I were to draw a line, I can see that the tail points to the left, most of the distribution is on the right, so we say the data is skewed left. Similarly, the histogram shows the ages of people watching an animated movie in a theater, in the same theater as the previous example. Which movie has an older audience? So if we look here, we can see that this one is skewed right because the tail points to the right, most of the data is on the left. First, let's look at the intervals, and we see that the intervals are the same, so that helps us know that we're comparing accurately. Most of the data for the animation was on the left. This is the animated one. Most of the data for the comedy, the other one, was on the right. And so, because the comedy had more in this higher age range, we will say that the people watching the comedy are generally older than the people watching the animation. Now here we have two different frequencies, two different situations shown on the same histogram. And if we look at just the orange ones, we can see that it is skewed right. If we look at just the teal ones, we can see it is skewed left. So sometimes you might have to plot them on the same axes, or you will have to analyze it given in this way.